Go.
Hey y'all, this is StriderCrestone.
Hey, and this is StriderCrestone. Crash.
And and we're here to talk about chapter 630.
6:30, yes, the epicness of 6:30. We're gonna talk about our personal thought on the chapter, what we expect in the coming chapters, and yeah, we're gonna do a comparison actually between 6:15 and 6:30. Yeah, so tell us what you thought of the chapter, Selection.
Oh my gosh, it was such a great chapter.
Indeed.
So, for the longest time, I was feeling so depressed about Naruto. I was falling out of love with it because of all the crazy things Kishimoto was doing with it. Starting with the arrival of the Alliance, it just wasn't how I thought it was going to be. And then we get like Neji dies, and then there's 6:15, which felt really random to me. And then, and then we have Sasuke, who's suddenly good without Naruto doing anything. It was just really, really bad.
Yeah.
And this chapter brought it all back. I was like, oh my gosh, it's so great. We have Killer B, he's back. We have Ten interacting with each other. Kakashi is being a badass. Minato is back on the scene. And Sakura is finally acting like a heroine.
Yes.
Which makes me so happy.
I felt like, this chapter was amazing, and then it was practically, it felt like a full chapter. Like, it was a very, very good read. He utilized every panel, like, exquisitely, and it just felt right. I feel like, like you, before, there has been a lot of disappointments, and we've been waiting for her to do something of major significance for a very long time, so it was nice finally seeing her act just like that, a heroine. And I'm actually really, really looking forward to what's in store. And it was an amazing chapter, and I loved I just saw a comment from Trixie, how Hinata's not used to balance out the Sakura and Hinata, development or panel time. It's pretty much all Sakura compared to her. So yeah, it was amazing. I really enjoyed it, and I look forward to the coming chapters because it seems like she's going to be quite prominent these days, I guess. So yeah, it's pretty exciting. It has definitely restored my love for the story for sure, because like you, I was kind of wishy-washy with it, and like I said before, I'm a Sakura fan before I'm a Narasaku fan, so yeah, I was quite proud of the heroine for finally, doing something amazing.
Yeah, I'm totally there too. I'm a Naruto fan and I'm a Sakura fan.
I'm a character fan before
So it makes me so happy to see her finally getting some respect from Kishimoto.
Oh my god, yeah. And then I loved the emotion she displayed in the chapter. Like before she started her speech, you get this panel which relates to her expression when she found out that Naruto had love. That Naruto loves her. Well, she relayed his feelings perfectly, and she reached not just one person or not just two person, but the entire alliance. And that's quite powerful in itself. And compared to 6:15, I feel like this moment trumps that, considering one, it wasn't at the expense of another character. Two, it was natural, and it just felt right. So for me personally, I know people will debate whether 6:15 and 6:30. 6:15 was better than 6:30, or 6:30 was better than 6:15. But for me personally, I felt like 6:30 was very much better than 6:15 as far as like the message and the delivery, and it was just amazing. Very amazing.
Yeah.
And go ahead. I'm sorry. No, that's my fault.
Well, I definitely like 6:30 better, obviously because Sakura's delivering the speech, but not just because of that. There's other reasons too. With 6:15, it was kind of like Kishimoto had to bring the bar down to Hinata's level, and that's what threw me off about that chapter. Is you know, he has to push Sakura into the background to give Hinata any spotlight, and he's got to reduce Naruto's character down to, you know, just like an idiot pretty much to give her any development because she's just not up to par at all.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's what really threw me off about 615. And then there's, you know, like you said, the expense of Neji's character so that she could get development, which, you know,
It was quick. It was so sudden. It wasn't built up. And notice beforehand he hadn't really gotten any development in the war. I mean, not in the whole war, but in that particular time. So yeah, it didn't feel right. And at this moment, it doesn't even seem like he's dead. I mean, it's not his. It was semi-impactful for me. Like, I mean, I have to think about it to realize that he's dead. But the way it was done, I mean.
Yeah, again, it's a case where Kishimoto didn't really execute it well. It could have been really, really great, but he was just, and this is a problem he's been having for the past few weeks, is his execution of the chapters has just been really terrible, and so that was part of the problem with 615.
Yeah.
And so Hinata gives her speech, and, you know, Naruto looks like he's not capable of doing anything. He's learning the same lesson he already learned during the pain arc. And Hinata's not really giving her own speech. She's just kind of, you know,
mixing her feelings. Yeah.
Everything that Neji already said to him, and, you know, mixing that in with some of what Itachi said. And then also, you know, she didn't even inspire Naruto. Ultimately, it was Kurama who, you know, pulled him out of that funk that he was in. So
it wasn't all her.
No.
No,
and
not at all.
That's what I didn't like about 615. But then you have 630, and it's all Sakura. It's all her own words that she's not blurting out, you know, something that someone else said. It's been built up because, you know, we start with the chapter where she's got the Kyuubi cloak. She's worrying about Naruto because he's obviously, this is taking a toll on him.
Yes.
She starts healing him and stuff. Then it shows that she realizes, you know, how hard this is on Naruto, and she understands what he's feeling, you know.
Yeah.
Like,
and she sees that he hasn't given up, even in this state he's in right now. She knows that, so she's pushing his feelings out to the entire alliance because, you know, he's still going strong. So they should go strong too, and if they die, they should die fighting, like she said. So I mean, it wasn't unnatural. Like, Naruto didn't have to get pushed to the side for her. I mean, of course, his chakra was running low before. It was built up to that. So, well, not running low, but running amok or whatever. So it was built up to that, and, you know, it was perfectly executed. So, yeah, it was well done.
It was very well done. Yeah. And part of what I like about it too.
I do this a lot guys. So, I mean, it's unfortunate. We cut each other off, and I cut her off more than she does me. But, but I mean, I loved how everyone got amped up when Sakura was giving her speech. Everyone was smiling and stuff like that. It was so positive and amazing. So,
yeah, she motivated Shikamaru to do something.
Exactly. I love their reaction.
I'm surprised he didn't do anything without her speech. He was just kind of standing there. I was expecting him to, like, formulate a plan after his dad died, you know? But yeah. It took that speech to actually get the alliance to work on their own. And that's what I love about Sakura's speech is she's not relying on Naruto.
Yes.
You can't rely on Naruto. That's not what he meant. He thinks of us all as comrades, no matter how weak or strong we are. We are all his comrades, and we should be fighting and doing the best that we can to help him, not rely on him in this war. And that's what I love about her speech. And in comparison to 615, you know, Hinata says, you know, rely on your friends too and all that. But the one thing that I didn't like is that at the end of her speech, she kind of takes a few steps back, because then she's talking about how safe he makes her feel when she's holding his hand, and it's like, okay, well, now you're relying on him again. So it's like, okay, you made some progress, but then you completely, you know, took a few steps backwards. You reversed that whole thing.
Yeah, she did.
But with Sakura's speech, she finally gets the message across, like, yeah, Naruto was protecting you guys, but it's because he thinks of you as comrades. not because, you know, that's his purpose to save you. You guys have to be working your best and doing what you can to help too. You can't just rely all on Naruto. And I love how she's like, you know, I'm gonna do my best by healing him. I'm gonna make him have the fastest I can
Yeah.
possibly do for him. And you guys have to do what you can too. That's what I love. Is like, I know she's probably not gonna get to fight, and you know, it's all of those healer rules that are getting in the way of that. But you know, she's still doing what she can do. You know, she can heal, and that's what she's gonna do. So,
All right.
yes.
This is gonna ride to prediction or possibilities, but I mean, I feel like if he does distribute his chakra again, you know, Sakura might be the first one to get chakra, and I feel like if she does, there's a possibility that she might assist him in battle. Because one, when they have the chakra, no one needs to be healed really, because the chakra is protecting them. So it's a very, very great possibility that if he distributes his chakra again, we're gonna see a moment where, you know, she fights with him, and you know, goes back. I mean, it feels like now it goes back to what she said, and what was it, 5:30:73, where she's talking about how the alliance will fight with him no matter what he says or whatever, stuff like that. So I mean, it feels like what's happening now is ringing true to her word. I mean, to the words she said back then, in a way.
Yeah. Yeah, she's living up to her words.
Yeah, exactly. What do you think? What do you think is gonna happen? I mean, because now, like we said before, Minato, Sakura, and Naruto are in the same proximity, so it feels the setup could not be any more perfect. It couldn't. Like,
I think what's gonna happen? Obviously, Sasuke and them are gonna show up too. I don't know if Minato is there like because he used the Flying Thunder God technique, or if he was running with them, or what. I don't see how he could have used Flying Thunder God technique because there was no kunai there for him to use to transport over.
But I mean, I feel like maybe he kept throwing. Maybe he kept throwing the kunai a great distance, and maybe he threw it in the air and scattered.
I'm not sure.
Look, I'm telling you what happened. I mean, I know. I talked to Keishi, obviously, but he threw the kunai in the air. He teleported to the air. He looked at the field, and I mean, he sensed his son anyway, so he just kept throwing in that direction, and there he was, poof. And you can tell he threw that kunai before he landed. Given that kunai is right there on the ground, it's out. So he teleported like right there.
I think the reason why that happened though was because he was trying to move the Bijou bomb, right? So that's why he had the kunai there. But I don't know if he actually used the Flying Thunder God technique to get to the location. So I'm gonna say next chapter we're gonna have Sasuke, Team Taka, and the Dead Hokages and Orochimaru. They're all gonna be there, and they'll probably take on the Jubi and stuff while Naruto's trying to recover. And then at the last minute, you know, Naruto will be able to deliver the final blow or whatever it is. And I think Hashirama's going to end up fighting Madara. But,
Do you think they're going to live the entire time? Because I have a feeling that juice is going to get broken sometime soon.
I don't think they're going to live the entire time. That's why I think ultimately it's going to be up to Naruto, and that's when he'll be finally like completely healed. But I think he's going to have a father-son moment with Minato.
Yeah, that's a given. I mean, he's right there, and people are saying that he might get his gift soon. So I'm thinking like if it's chakra, Sakura may not have to heal him as much as we would expect her to, considering if it's chakra or the other half of the QB chakra or whatever. He may get healed somewhat in the process and replenish his chakra. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. We'll see.
He's definitely gonna get the cloak back, I think, and I don't know if Minato is gonna give him that other half of the QB chakra or not. I guess we'll have to find out.
Yeah, I think it's something else, but we'll see.
as far as pairings go, I think there is definitely going to be some kind of Sasusaku resolution coming up.
Yeah.
And then followed by... this is what I'd like to see, is before Minato goes, because he's obviously going to have to... the Edo Tensei is going to have to be released, he's going to have to be sealed, but before he does, I would like to see him make a comment to Naruto about how he chose a girl that's like his mom. I think he's going to do that,
But that is a very, 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 very strong indication of Narisaku in a way, and in my opinion, because one, there will be no more debating on what Kushina meant. Because before people were like, oh well, Sakura is nothing like Kushina, and this is from the aunties or whatever. But they're like, she's nothing like Kushina, and he could be talking about someone like example Hinata. Well, if Minato says this, that pretty much solidifies what Kushina meant before, and it pretty much kills all the arguments that everyone has made against Sakura, and the Sakura and Kushina comparison or whatever. And yeah, I mean, if he does something like that, that is going to be very strong. I'm pretty sure a lot of girls are going to fangirl over this moment, particularly you. But I mean, I don't know. It's very, very strong. So I mean, I wouldn't mind it happening for sure. I mean, I would be happy if it happened, but I mean,
it would be really nice to get,
a confirmation on
confirmed, because, and I think it's gonna happen. I do think it will, especially with Minato there. I would like to see a comment like that from him. Now, I'm not expecting it 100%, but
I think we're gonna see Sakura. You know how Sakura is when it comes to Naruto, so we might see Sakura, make a comment or think about how happy Naruto may be or is seeing his father now, and I think she'd be happy for him seeing his father, because you know how much he means to her. So I mean, it would be nice seeing. I like seeing her thoughts on stuff like this, because it's always on point, and it's pretty much legit. So I mean,
oh, sorry.
Go. No, you good. Go. See, she cuts me off too, guys. She cuts me off too. It's not just me.
I think we're definitely gonna get some kind of thought from her next chapter, maybe about this is Naruto's dad, the fourth Hokage is Naruto's dad, because she doesn't know yet. So she's gonna have some kind of reaction.
I mean, it's possible that she already knows. I mean, he could easily resolve that in a flashback, but I mean, we'll see.
I don't think anyone knows that the fourth is Naruto's father. But I guess, other than Kakashi and them, but I guess we will find out.
Well, she knows now. He called him dad, didn't he? Oh man, what about his response? So, I had thought that maybe in that super Naruto mode that he may probably sense his father, but I thought that I mean, how do you recognize one's chakra if you've never experienced it before, unless he experienced it inside of himself? I don't know, but I mean, it's kind of odd, but I mean, you know what I'm talking about, right? He was able to know that his father was coming, even though he never in real time experienced his sensing his chakra before.
Okay, what I'm gonna say to that is that he did experience his chakra when Minato saved him from pain, because remember
That's what I was referencing but
he specifically sealed his chakra and Kushina's chakra into Naruto. His chakra went into the seal, Kushina's chakra went into Naruto, so he experienced both of their chakras.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Being able to sense them makes total sense to me. He was in his QB mode, which obviously everything in that, and so it doesn't surprise me at all that he wasn't super shocked face that Minato showed up, because he was just a few seconds ago in his QB mode. So.
Yeah, that makes sense. Oh yeah, thanks for that. Good job. Is there anything else? Because because I know we don't want to talk too long. Yeah.
No, other than like to expect probably some kind of Sasasaki resolution coming up. I think they're
Yeah, I'm not
probably gonna get.
expecting fangirl Sakura at all, like some people. Haunted
I don't
cake.
know what we're gonna get. We're gonna get something. We might get a moment equivalent to 615 for Sasusaku, but I think ultimately, at the end, we're going to be right back to Narasaku. Like, what I would like to see is the Sasusaku resolution to happen, and then, like I said, at the end of the Edo Tensai's roles in the war, having Minato make a comment about Sakura being like Kushina or something like that. Just something subtle, bringing it back to Narasaku. And I don't think Sakura is going to go running back into Sasuke's arms, because she's not like that.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Hopefully the Edo Tensai lasts that long, first off. And
Yeah.
it'd be crazy that if nothing happens to Orochimaru in this war and he lives,
No,
and
I don't
all
want
of
to.
the other Sannin are dead practically if Tsunade dies. So I don't know. It's still kind of strange to me. I'm still wrapping my head around that whole situation, but yeah. Who knows? They might be plotting something. We shall see. But yeah. All in all, this was a very, very, very good chapter. Yeah, I think that's it, right?
Yep, that's about everything.
Alright, signing out. This is StriderCrestone, and that is Urin,
Sunstone.
Urin,
Orin. Hi, Jen.
Alston Orin. But yeah, okay, yeah, that's it. Have a good one. Hope you guys enjoy the review, and stay tuned for future reviews and stuff like
If we
that.
could have time to find
Discussions,
them.
yeah, if we have time. So, yeah, adios.
Ciao.
Ciao.